Hey, Chris FIFO here again. Hopefully you had an opportunity to check out my propagation videos. If not, check them out. There's some good stuff there. But here we are 8 weeks later now, and we're ready to transplant our liners. Here we have our Artemisia SunFerns. I just unboxed these from a supplier. First thing I noticed is they're actively growing. Some suppliers are going to offer vernalized liners. These don't need vernalization, but some will offer that, in which case these are just going to be dead sticks. That's how they're going to look. There might be some dead foliage on the top. Not a big deal. It's just a matter of understanding what you're getting from your supplier. Also, as I look at these, I might have this question, what have these been treated with? PGRs, fungicides. Check with your supplier. Suppliers are more than happy to provide this information for you if you have any questions regarding that. I want to check them out for any disease, any bugs might be on here. SunFerns are really not susceptible to any type of insect pests, and so I'm really not worried about them. These are looking pretty good and ready for transplant. Nice, good, strong root system. They're moist, and so general good practice, once again, I don't like to transplant a dry plug. And so these Artemisia SunFerns, I prefer at least one pinch on these. I see they have been pinched. It was probably a couple weeks ago. I would like to get a second pinch or trim on these before a transplant. We're just gonna get some better branching. They're gonna fill out these gallon containers even more quickly. As I do transplant these, once again, common practice, get it in the center of the pot. Don't stick it off to the side. That looks silly at finished. Also, make sure these get fully inserted into the pots. Right to soil level for an Artemisia. I don't like to see half the plug sticking up out of a finished container. It just makes it look a little bit different to the end consumer. And so as I transplant these, get ready to move these out to the greenhouse. Artemisias, I prefer to be a little bit warmer than some other perennials. I like to see these maybe no cooler than 55 degrees at night to begin with. Warmer days, that's really going to help them get going. After they're established, rooted out, growing nicely, that's when we can cool them off slightly. We're here 5 weeks later with our crop of Artemisia SunFerns, and I brought my new BFF, Darren Barshaw, who's joined the Darwin Perennials team. And I'm looking at the crop here, and the first thing I think about this, Darren, is that they look a little bit smaller than I would have expected them to be at this stage. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think we should move these into a warmer greenhouse, maybe 65 degrees or better. I'm going to look at the roots here and the soil. The roots are pretty good. The soil's a little bit more moist than I would like. So if we dry these down a little bit, apply some 20-10-20 fertilizer to them, I think these will finish off just fine.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, because I do know these were at about 50-degree nights. And as I mentioned in a previous video, that's a little bit too chilly for the SunFerns. And so, yeah, we got great branching here. We're good to go. A little bit 20-10-20, dry these down, and we're going to have a great finished plant in about 4 weeks here. So let's get these moved to a warmer greenhouse, Darren.